Michael, no one in NBA history has had at least 37 points, at least 18 rebounds, and at least 15 assists, at least not as far as we can find. What did you see from Joker tonight as an opportunity to kind of showcase how great he is?
Well, I would assume that after tonight's performance, he'll probably be like fifth in the MVP voting early in the season. So he's just got to do more for us because what he's doing hasn't been noticed by everybody outside of this Rocky Mountain Empire. But 37, 15, and 18, 3 steals, the number of pick and rolls that he guarded tonight, the minutes that he played. 38 is actually a good number. I'm pretty happy about that. You know, we kept him under 40. But no, on a serious note, just incredible. We're all running out of words, adjectives, and ways to describe his greatness and his impact. And I think the simple way to say that, he's the best player in the world. That's the best way you can say it, in my opinion.
Coach, Michael Porter hadn't taken a shot until the final one in the fourth quarter. Just obviously, the play wasn't designed to go to him. But what did you see on the read from the two-man game and how Mike responded to that?
Well, yeah, and on the first part of that is obviously Mike got going early, and obviously I got to do a better job of keeping him going. He's been playing at such a high level across the board. I think he's averaging close to career highs in a lot of offensive categories. So that's on me to keep Michael Porter hot and make sure we're feeding him and giving him looks, because the best part about Michael, like, he had 4 more assists tonight. Like, he's playing the game. It's not like he's just coming off and shooting bad shots. Michael's reading it. I'm not open. Let me pass. Let me cut. Let me make a play for somebody else. So I got to do a better job of keeping him going throughout. But to your point, what a weapon to have late in the game, close game, one-possession game, where a guy who hasn't touched it or shot it in a while winds up making probably the biggest shot of the night. So I appreciate Michael's patience and his ability to stay in it, because it's never about the individual. It's about the collective, and Michael was a great example of that tonight.
The only 2 threes that Kyrie missed were the 2 in the last minute, contested by Peyton and Christian. What do you tell the guys defending him when he is as hot as he is, and what do you see from them from a discipline standpoint on those last couple of possessions? Yeah,
well, a couple of things with that. One, you got to give him credit. I mean, he's a special player. One of the greatest ball-handling guards ever, and one of the greatest finishing guards ever. Think about that. There's been some great guards in this league, but Kyrie is one of those guys, Jersey kid, great handle, could finish against anybody. So I felt there were some shots, Bennett, that we could, hey, that's a really tough shot. But then there were also, we're supposed to take him off that three-point line, and we had guys that were backing up, inviting that shot. Those are the ones you have to take away. It gets to a certain point where we have to send the body at him, get the ball out of his hands. And I still think we could have done a much better job of doing that and relying on the fly around behind that. I thought OKC, we did a really good job of that. Tonight I thought it was good, but it's going to have to be better. I was proud. In the first half, they dominated the paint, 42 in the paint. Second half, only 20. We only gave up 10 made threes, which has been a big issue for us, as I mentioned pregame. So it wasn't always perfect, but we only played 8 guys tonight, and I felt that guys stayed with it. And it's another a game where it went down to the wire. So our clutch games, it seems like every damn game goes down to the wire. Just a great way to end a 5-game homestand.
2 of those 5 wins, last second, Peyton Watson did make a shot. He's still learning how to play this game.
He is, and he's making big plays for us. You can see the 3-point shot, the confidence he's shooting that with, shooting the ball really well, which is great. But at the end of the day, Peyton Watson's calling card is defense, is blocking shots, is making plays around the rim. All the other stuff is gravy. I think Peyton, you never want to see a guy like Aaron Gordon get hurt, but the silver lining to that is Peyton Watson is being thrown out there with the starting group and thriving and playing well. And that's only going to help him and us as we move forward.
You've really cut down on the rotation over the course of these last couple, I suspect in part because you've got 4 days off coming up. How much goes into getting and opening that rotation back up going forward as you continue to progress through?
Yeah, the only reason we didn't go to our 9th guy tonight, which would have been Hunter, is that I tried to match Peyton and Luka. So that kind of made it hard to get that 9th guy in there. And you're right. Part of it was looking at our schedule. We've been playing every other day, knowing that we don't have another game until Friday. Now we get a chance to kind of give our guys a break mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you need. Go out there and get it. And then we can get back at it and go on this 3-game road trip and try to continue to play at the same level that we're playing at. But again, could not be more proud of our group for protecting our home court, winning 5 in a row, and finding different guys and different ways to win each game.
Talked about Mike's game winner, but he also battled Gafford on that contest down there. How big was that possession for you?
Oh, really big. To your point, I mean, you don't just win games on the offensive end. You need guys to step up and make really big defensive plays. Whether that's blocking a shot like Peyton did in the OKC game, whether that's Michael getting engaged. I thought Julian Strawther had a couple of big plays tonight defensively. So those are the types of game-saving plays because if you look at our body of work in 10 games. Every possession really matters. It never comes down to that last play. We're winning games by 1, 2, 3, 4 points, so you got to rely upon those game-type plays, and we're getting quite a bit of them, from everybody. And that's, Nikola. We talked about how great he is, but he's getting help from a lot of other players, which is what we need.
Do you do anything to apologize to Nikola when you have to play him so many minutes for such a stretch of games?
No, man. You see his paycheck? You see his paycheck? I mean, come on, man. No, actually, after last game, he was in the training room. I went in there just to talk to him, see how he's doing, how his family's in town, just kind of. And I said to him, I said, hey, I know that when we're in the second quarter and there's 10 minutes on the clock and I'm saying, Nikola, let's go, and you're looking at me like this, Coach, already? And I go, yes, already, brother. But he understands. He's a warrior. But I will say this. I don't know how sustainable it is to play Nikola 38 to 40 minutes every night. And let's be honest. We're 10 games in. I think we're 7-1 now in our last 8. That is great. But we've also got to find ways to continue to find some other options off of our bench. That makes sense. All right. Thanks, everybody.